solar system. Do you know Pluto is no longer a planet?
Yeah, I know that.
You know how long Pluto hasn't been a planet?
Might be about 10 years now.
That's right. And you know why Pluto isn't a planet?
They say it's too small.
They said it wasn't doing planet-like shit.
No, they ain't want to say it. It says too
Yeah,
small.
look it up. Listen, they said
I looked it up.
It fell below the classification of being a planet, and they had to reclassify it as a dwarf star.
Not a dwarf star. It was a dwarf planet.
Dwarf star.
Dwarf planet is not a dwarf star.
It doesn't have enough gravitational pull, and it's too far away from the rest of the planet's orbit to be considered a planet anymore. In other words, Pluto fell off, homie. They had a meeting. They said, hey, Pluto ain't holding up this end of the motherfucking planet bargain. What do you mean? I don't think Pluto is a planet, motherfucker.
No, they practicing planetism because Pluto, they changed the rules on Pluto.
Right. So here's the reality.
They did to Pluto what they do to us. They changed the goddamn rules.
Oh, now you get what I'm saying. If Pluto can fall off, nigga, we can fall off. If they can reclassify a planet, they can reclassify a nigga. We run around here worried about what they doing instead of worrying about what we doing. Because at the end of the day,
Kwame, hold on. Kwame brought up a point. They did have a throwdown for the brother that was running from the police. I think it was in North Carolina. When they stopped him, and he wanted to stop because he owed child support, and they shot him in the back. They walked up to the body, and they threw a gun down. But I mean, it's bad that we had to think about that shit, though, right? But go ahead.
Oh yeah, like I said, listen, we know Emmett Till got, and now that it comes out, it's even deeper than that. We know Emmett Till, and the whole narrative, he whistled because he used to stutter, and that was how they taught him to work his words out. Come find out, the white woman said he never whistled at me.
Mm-hmm.
I felt so bad over all these years.
I felt bad. I felt terrible.
I felt so bad, but now that I'm about to die, I want the truth to come out. That little boy didn't do anything to me. I just see a picture of his face in that casket, and then they're telling her to, well, shit, we don't have to go that far. Let's fuck that black and white photo. Let's just go to a town called Jasper, Texas, a town that you're familiar with. You should be, right?
Jasper, where they hung the brother, drug him on the car.
Where they drag him by the car. The same people that did the documentary with you did that documentary.
Who? Marco didn't do that documentary.
That's how I know about Jasper, Texas.
Oh, okay.
The people that you was affiliated with had something to do with that. So anyway, which is, by the way, why we can't find a copy of that documentary?
Man, I got people showing that documentary all the time, man. You sound like Hollywood now.
I need to watch that. How can I find that?
Oh, it'll be a $25.99 online. Now I'm gonna post it up in gnj.media.
You know you made it all the way to Vibe magazine, right?
Yeah, I know that. I know it. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, Jasper, Texas, we're talking about in our time.
Right.
A black man dragged behind a vehicle with the chain wrapped around his neck until his head popped off.
Right.
A town divided by blacks and whites as to what happened. Now, we do know that this man is not got no head. We do know that, right?
Right.
But the argument became, well, what did he do?
Yeah. That's always it. What did he do? What did he do?
Like somebody brought up that lady in the cookie jumped through the drive-through window fighting them 3 McDonald's employees, right? That was I just caught that on somebody else's page. And I always like to read the comments, right? And it's always a group of people that's like, well, they should have gave her cookie. Really? What did he do? They should have gave her a cookie? are we asking this question? How are we? Listen, we're asking the wrong motherfucking questions, and we're asking the wrong questions after the fact, which puts us so far behind on anything that we're trying to do. Usually we protest it after a motherfucker dead, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Why aren't we dealing with the system that's putting this shit together?
See, now that's where you see, because we are. Some people are just coming into the knowledge of that, but there's people out there doing it. As a matter of fact, shout out to Sister Mac. See you out there. Black African power to you as well. Go ahead.
The brother? You didn't put a name on the brother's comment. Who was that you said was commenting earlier, and you said we said it sounded like he was agreeing with me.
Oh, he was agreeing with you. That's Brother Kwame.
Brother Kwame, okay. Like I said, we can't have this show if we keep agreeing with each other all the time.
Why?
And I love playing. I don't like to use the term devil's advocate. I just like being. I have the ability to step outside my own personal understanding and say, well, what about this? Because some people do feel like this. Like they got a Church of Satan. Church of Satan.
In some cases, and sometimes I don't feel the need to have to go on and do that. I mean, I just like, people, you know what people want to hear? They want to hear conversation. They want to hear us being us. We don't have to disagree all the goddamn time. So stop trying to pick an argument with me. It sounds like we married or something, nigga. Stop it.
Oh, so you one of the people that view a counter perspective as an argument. You have to listen, man. Is that you ever taken any critical thinking courses?
My whole life is a critical thinking course, nigga. What is you talking about?
Okay, so what do you do when you try to put something together? You map out in your mind or on paper all the possible scenarios.
No,
correct?
Don't waste my time with that.
No, you don't do it. Like, listen, you don't do it once you start applying critical thinking to your.
I disagree. I disagree. No, I don't.
Like
I disagree. I already know the answer. I know the answer. Listen.
You have to play out all the scenarios in a situation in order to achieve success. You watch the
No, that's not.
movie?
No, that's listen. That's not. Let me say this. That's not true. See, let me say this to you. For me, right? This is one of the reasons I say make it happen. And Gye-Nyame, we talk about making it happen. Right now, the issue is not being able to map out all the scenarios, but being resilient and quick enough to adjust to whatever comes. You see, that's that white man movie shit, like the Sherlock Holmes shit. First off, there is nobody that fight like that, like they showed this motherfucker in the movie. Right rib.
That's not true.
Right rib. Left hand, right rib. Right jaw. No, that shit fights don't happen like that. That's why niggas lose. Okay, go ahead.
That's not true.
Go ahead.
That's not true.
Go ahead.
That's not true.
Prove me wrong.
People, okay, all I got to do is send you some Mike Tyson videos. When you fight, that's exactly how you fight.
No.
You counter
so
you countering.
Wait.
You're looking for openings.
No.
You're looking at the scenario.
So wait, hold on.
Hold
on. I never said running in there throwing punches. But he ain't talking about right rib. Third vertebrae. No, he ain't thinking like that. What he doing is he move and he adjusts to what the opponent throws. So if go ahead.
Okay, so stop.
Go ahead.
So what you're telling me is that muscle memory and training have not taught you what he's diagramming for you. What you're telling me is that
that ain't what I'm telling you. That might be what you're hearing. What I'm saying is it's the muscle memory and the training that allows you to adjust with whatever comes. That's what I'm saying.
Listen, now you trying to put that capoeira shit. Listen to me.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's that. Listen, because you always want to counter some shit. You always want to counter some shit and deal with the attacker by keeping him. Okay, so he attacked me. Now stop. You agreeing with me, but at the same time, that's exactly what capoeira teaches. If this motherfucker lunge at you, he's off balance, and what part of his body is going to be exposed?
Oh my God!
Right rib.
Oh my God! Listen,
yeah, that's what I'm
I
saying.
not only wait, hold on. Not only have I done capoeira, I done did taekwondo. I done did a little boxing. I done did a little jiu-jitsu. A little bit of keto. Hold on. Now, let me say this. None of them train you like that. Only motherfuckers that think they train you like that is people that ain't do it. So I'm thinking one of us was a participant and one of us what?
What you mean? I didn't came and pick you up from your keto classes.
Nigga, you picked me up, but you ain't do it. This is what I'm saying. How you gonna tell me how it's y'all heard him, right? He picked me up. He gave me a ride.
I stayed at a Holiday Inn last night, so I think I'm qualified. Motherfucking, I think I'm qualified in a keto. I don't understand what the problem is. I was in the building. Everybody,
I watched you do capoeira. I heard the songs. Yeah. See,
no, because I remember us before the conversation. Remember we were talking about our superpowers,
right?
And my ability. So I remember the conversation because I was low key shitting on it. I was like, "Why you look like you was in there dancing, homie?" And then he went through the whole thing, and you was like, "It's a counter. It's a feminine martial art that they taught the women." And now that they can teach men, it becomes, you know what I'm saying, even, you know what I'm saying, doper, because you learn to counter, you learn to allow your opponent to attack you and then counter their moves. So I remember that whole conversation.
You ain't never heard me say white rib. Countering means that you strike wherever it's open. You're not thinking about where the opening is. You're taking the opportunity to hit the opening. So when we go back to the discussion that started this, that Sherlock Holmes critical thinking white man shit, you know what I'm saying, where he was able to analyze everything and predict the whole fight, that shit don't happen. That shit don't happen. It don't happen in a tournament. It don't happen on the street. When you are in a fight, you are relying on your abilities and in most cases your muscle memory so that you can respond when you need to. So wherever the opening is, you can hit that shit.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Go ahead. And that's the same thing with war. Go ahead.
You go to war. I'm glad you said that. When you go to war, don't you put together a war council?
Yeah, but now let me Let me go back. Let me go back to who you brought up. You said Mike Tyson, right? You know what Mike Tyson? You know what Mike Tyson's coach taught him? You know what Mike Tyson's coach was famous for saying? And Batman also stole this from, or the people that write Batman stole this from him. He said all plans go. All plans go out the window after you get punched in the face.
Okay. So, okay. But
all that shit go out the window once you get punched in the face. But I got to go to work.
Oh, shit.
Miss Margarita, Elder Margarita said, I can hear your negative and positive energy. Where in the hell are we going? We just having fun, Mama Margarita. We want to.
She said she can hear our negative and positive energy.
You can hear our negative and positive.
This is how we chop it up.
We've been doing this for what, 30 years now?
Woo! You telling?
About 30 years. About 30 years. Family, I
like how this motherfucker cuts off like that. Make a motherfucker want to come back tomorrow.
Exactly. Well, you know, I got the adventure that other people out here got their adventure to go to. I'm on my way to my adventure. I got a lot of stuff I have to do, and I have to start getting DigiTV ready for you. Brother Rashid is also working on the show to come out with y'all at, and also remember that tomorrow night at 7 p.m., our lovely sister Navita will be having her 3rd episode of Blunt Talk. So I'm going to give her and all those that have shows coming out a round of applause.
Make it happen.
Make it happen. Now, family, I am on my way out.
And up.
And up. I will see you.
The East Black.
I will see you tonight at 9 p.m. Maybe. I might come a little bit earlier. Peace.
What is a lion without his pride? What is a whale without his pod? What is a monkey without his troop? What is a wolf without his pack? The answer is very simple. They are the same thing that a human being is without a tribe. Pray.
One of the most frequent questions that I get is, where are the children, and why you call yourselves the children of the sun?
I am a genius. My ancestors were geniuses. My ancestors have made me a genius in all that I think, say, and do. I must declare myself a genius. I am a genius. Whenever I am myself, I practice my geniusness and do great things. All my thoughts, choices, and deeds must express my geniusness.
I am a genius. My decisions must always be in the best interest of myself, my family, my people, and my God. Only then will I and everyone I know that I am a genius.
I am a genius. At all times, my geniusness must reflect my culture. My geniusness must serve my God. My geniusness must make me be one in love and harmony with my family. My geniusness must protect my people. Yes, at all times I must demonstrate excellence because I am
women, but the most important goddesses were black, not just for the African now in the civilization of the Greek. The Greek was so profoundly affected by the Africans that the goddess of chastity was a black woman, Artemis. The goddess of wisdom was a black woman, Minerva. The goddess of beauty was a black woman, Diana. And many of their great mythological figures which were critical to the vision of history, the history of the Greeks in the Odyssey. The woman who has the power to draw Odysseus and all his crew into her is Circe, who is represented as a black woman with African features on the Greek vases. The woman who helps Jason win the Golden Fleece is a black woman, Medea. The woman who marries Perseus, the Greek hero,